Hi guys, Drew here, back with another video, and we have a few signings to announce. Not Growler signings, we have some Marley signings. So some of these players in this video will be Growlers related, and some of them might play for the Growlers next season for the future. So let's get to the video. Some signings that were made by the Marlies. We have six signings right now. Three were today and three were a couple of days ago. So let's start off by signing on June 6th, Luke Cavaline. He signed a 2-year contract with the Toronto Marlies. He played for the Flint Firebirds of the 2021-22 season. He played 19 games. He had a 11-7-1 record, a 0.929 save percentage, pretty nice, and then a 2.70 goals against average. He can be the starter next year for the Growlers, guys. I would like to see if he put up some pretty good numbers in the OHL, and maybe he can play some good hockey in the ECHL or maybe the AHL. He might play pretty good there as well. Maybe he might play well down here. So let's hope he can maybe play a few games for the Growlers. Who knows? So our next signing is a Growler who played this season. He might be playing this next season as well. That player is Matteo Pietranero. The defenseman signed a 1-year AHL contract. He had he played 59 games with the Growlers this year. He had 5 goals, 22 assists for 27 points. And for the Marlies, he played 3 games and he didn't get any points. So maybe he might have more games played next season for the Marlies because he only played 3 games. But hopefully he can come back for the Growlers because I really liked Pietranero. Then the next signing is another former Growler. Well, not former yet because he might play a few more games next season. That player is Noel Hoffenmeyer. He signs a 1-year AHL contract with the Toronto Marlies. For the Growlers this season, he had played 46 games. He had 13 goals, 27 assists for 40 points. 40 points in 46 games, guys, is pretty good for a player as a defenseman. So maybe Hoffenmeyer might get a few games more played. For the Marlies. As for the Marlies this year, he played 8 games and only got 3 points. All those 3 points were assists, so not that bad. And the next player, guys, is a pretty interesting player. It's not a Growlers player. They signed him from the University of Maine. That player is Keenan Suthers. This guy is huge. He's 6'8", guys. That is 1 foot below Zdeno Chara, which is pretty massive. Tyler Myers' size. So he signed a 1-year contract with the Marlies. For the University of Maine, he played 30 games. He had 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points. 13 points in 30 games is not that bad. We might see him playing for the Growlers this season. Guys, imagine a 6'8" Growlers player on the ice. That sounds pretty crazy, but it might actually happen. The next signing goes to a former, well, not former again, maybe a former Growler, Mark Johnstone. He might be former because he might play the full season with the Marlies and maybe never play with the Growlers again. But let's hope he does because I really like Johnstone. He signs a 1-year AHL contract with the Marlies. For the Growlers this year, he played 58 games, 7 goals, 14 assists for 21 points. He played pretty well for the Growlers. Definitely on the PK. He definitely showed his best style of play. And then for the Marlies this year, he played 4 games and then 0 points. So let's hope he can get some more games played with the Marlies to see what he can do in the AHL. And for the last player, guys, the 6th player, I had to save the best for last. You know him, guys. You love him. We have OC. If you guys don't know what that stands for, Oren Centazzo. He signs a 1-year contract with the Toronto Marlies of the AHL. Centazzo this year only played for the Newfoundland Growlers. He played in 51 games, 28 goals, 23 assists for 51 points. So he was a point per game player. And let's hope he can be a point per game player with the Marlies. He was a point per game player with the Growlers. He most likely will play the whole season with the Marlies. makes me a little bit sad, but you never know. He might be going back to the black and gold in here in Newfoundland. So, what are your thoughts, guys, of all these signings? Who knows what you can see in the future? You can email me what you think. You can go on to all the social media accounts that I have and just tell me what your thoughts are. I'm predicting that Ornstein Tazo might play a couple of games with the Growlers. Guys like Hoffmeyer, Pietro, John Stone, most likely they'll be back next season. Maybe you'll see a 6'8" guy in Keenan Southers on the ice, and Cavaline, the goalie, as maybe their starter. So yeah, a pretty quick video, guys. That's gonna be for those guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, you can like this video, you can subscribe if you really liked it. You can go see my new SCFR video that's below this one. I'm gonna be making one tomorrow. So if you guys are excited to see that, you can like this video and subscribe if you want to see more SCFRs and maybe more Growlers reviews next year. I'll be thinking about doing different stuff in the background, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. That's going to be for those guys. I'll talk to you all again soon.